Dies ist die architektonische Vertiefung zur Annahme von Digitalität in dieser Woche, in der wir über die Schlagzeilen hinausgehen, um die architektonischen Muster zu untersuchen, die die digitale Transformation formen. Diese Episode konzentriert sich auf die Übernahme von KI über verschiedene Pfeiler im strategischen Bereich und darauf, wie dies Stress in den Bereichen künstliche Intelligenz und Cybersicherheit verursacht. Ich bin Dr. Darren. Lassen Sie uns in die Analyse einsteigen. Organizations face urgent challenges in aligning AI strategies with what they actually do. When strategies don't work, bad decisions can block progress. For example, a healthcare provider put patient safety at risk. They faced cyber vulnerabilities because of inadequate training. A logistics company also struggled. They couldn't adapt their supply chain to new AI tools, and it cost them market share. Public sector leaders need to see these misalignments as failures in decision-making, not issues with capabilities. It's essential to focus on strong governance and compliance frameworks. In the weeks ahead, we'll dive into strategies to enhance AI integration and maintain momentum despite these challenges. A clear pattern is showing how decisions struggle under pressure. This week, a telecom company reported major delays in their AI integration. This is significantly harming their operational efficiency. As a result, decision-making slows and becomes riskier, complicating compliance efforts. This disruption highlights the need for clear ownership while leveraging AI. For your team, it indicates that using AI tools in daily tasks is getting tougher. You may see this as just a tech deployment issue. However, the core problem lies in misaligned governance and operational processes. When AI systems aren't smoothly integrated into daily operations, compliance boundaries begin to blur, causing confusion. Organizations need to ensure decisions align with their strategic goals. A misaligned approach leads to inconsistencies in workflow and slows progress. When speed lacks clarity and compliance, it can create decision paralysis. This is an organizational challenge. The strategic domain affects decision rights, compliance, and operational processes. First, unclear decision rights can create confusion. This can hurt projects like AI and cybersecurity, where quick action is essential. Second, vague compliance boundaries lead to chaos. For example, a logistics company may struggle to streamline its supply chain as it integrates AI quickly. Third, lacking an established operating rhythm means organizations can't respond to new threats effectively. This impacts their strategic goals. This isn't just a tech issue, it's a governance problem. It's not a failure of capability. It's a failure of decision-making. When organizations can't align AI initiatives with their strategic goals, the mission suffers. For instance, finance operations can become stagnant without clear guidance on using AI. Plus, research sectors miss out on innovation if AI tools aren't used properly. These issues underline the need for strong governance. Leaders should focus on improving decision rights, compliance boundaries, and operational coherence. This will drive their AI initiatives and align them with the organization's objectives. Recent events point to a troubling shift in how organizations handle AI. A new report shows that cybersecurity teams are overwhelmed by an increase in AI-driven vulnerabilities. This makes their defense strategies more complicated. Companies that don't tackle these emerging threats face greater risks. For your team, this means a higher chance of security breaches and a loss of customer trust. Ignoring this issue can fragment security ownership and slow down important decision-making. The impact on operational integrity can be significant. Key areas affected include strategic, organizational, and process landscapes. This relates to the delicate balance of governance and technology integration. From an architectural standpoint, teams tend to prioritize rolling out new tech over governance. The main hurdle is the unclear decision rights within cybersecurity frameworks. When these rights are fuzzy, organizational responsiveness diminishes, opening the door to vulnerabilities. Leaders risk decision failures if they overlook who is in charge of these processes. To address this situation, it's vital to define clear decision rights. Empowering cybersecurity teams with dedicated authority boosts organizational agility. This leads to stronger defenses against the ever-evolving threats posed by AI. Organizational pressure is shaping cybersecurity decisions more than ever. This week, we encountered multiple zero-day vulnerabilities affecting various security systems. These flaws create new opportunities for threat actors, increasing risks for organizations. For your team, this means a higher chance of breaches and serious risk management challenges. Ignoring these vulnerabilities can damage security ownership and complicate response efforts. This disarray leads to slow decision-making and blurred accountability in crises. The areas facing strain include strategic, organizational, and process domains. The threats to our security systems highlight a change in attack methods. Organizations need to refine their defenses in response. Teams often aim to enhance technology, but the real issue lies in unclear decision rights. Ambiguity in responsibilities slows down organizational responsiveness. If these rights remain undefined, operational vulnerabilities grow, causing delays in responses and increased breach risks. To stabilize the environment, it's crucial to clarify decision rights within cybersecurity frameworks. This clarity empowers teams to respond effectively to evolving threats, ensuring that security measures stay strong and resilient. The demand for edge computing is growing rapidly. This week, we saw more AI integration in edge environments. This integration is critical for achieving low-latency processing. Many companies are struggling as they adapt to these changes. Ignoring this trend can lead to significant delays and slow approvals. Those delays create inefficiencies that impact your operations. Your team may find themselves dealing with fragmented ownership and added pressure to perform. You might view this as just a tech issue, but it affects your entire decision-making process. The pressure mainly hits your organizational, process, and strategic areas. Fragmentation results in slow responses and lost market opportunities. The key takeaway is that while many focus on deploying technology, the real challenge is defining decision rights clearly. Without that clarity, processes slow down, leading to frustration among teams. When AI integration isn't prioritized, your operational responsiveness suffers, hurting your competitive edge. To improve this situation, it's crucial to establish clear decision rights within your edge computing frameworks. This clarity will help your teams adapt quickly to the changing business landscape. A common insight from our discussion stands out. There's a clear trade-off between speed and strategic alignment in technology adoption. This emphasizes the need for clear operational objectives in our decision-making processes. Fragmented ownership is an issue we must avoid. It creates misalignment between capabilities and decision rights. This week, we saw how AI governance problems led to slow approvals. These issues highlighted ownership challenges in cybersecurity and edge computing. For your portfolio, clarity in roles and responsibilities is crucial. When teams lack defined ownership, confusion arises, leading to missed opportunities. Architects should prioritize stabilizing decision rights to boost accountability and responsiveness. This isn't a failure of capability. It's a failure of decision-making. 3 key choices emerge for leaders. First, centralize AI governance or opt for decentralized control. Centralization promotes accountability, while decentralization can lead to confusion and mistakes. A unified approach enhances clarity and speeds up decision-making. Next, leaders can either invest in immediate AI integration or take a wait-and-see stance. Immediate investment boosts responsiveness to market changes, while hesitation risks missed opportunities and inefficiencies. Prioritizing integration increases agility and keeps your organization relevant in a fast-changing environment. Lastly, you can define strict operational boundaries for AI applications or leave them open to interpretation. Clear boundaries reduce risk and ensure compliance, while ambiguity can result in misuse and disruptions. Establishing clear guidelines supports effective usage and fosters innovation without the worry of crossing boundaries. The pattern is clear. Confusion around ownership and decision rights creates delays. Architects are crucial for providing decision clarity and setting boundaries. We've seen how governance issues in a major telecom led to stalled approvals. For your next steering meeting, think about who truly owns these decisions. A calm approach will foster greater alignment and effectiveness in the months ahead. Damit ist die architektonische Vertiefung dieser Woche abgeschlossen. Wenn Ihnen diese Episode gefallen hat, geben Sie uns bitte 5 Sterne auf Ihrer bevorzugten Plattform oder auf YouTube. Und wenn Sie weitergehen möchten, treten Sie unserer Community auf Patreon bei, suchen Sie nach Embracing Digital. Bis zum nächsten Mal, ich bin Dr. Darren. Stellen Sie weiterhin schwierige Fragen und umarmen Sie die digitale Revolution.